Alright, we're back. We're back, and we're just gonna get back to this. It is the next week. I think it is 30k this week that we gotta collect. So we're gonna do that. And I don't remember when I start doing the third tier stuff. I think I do like a few days at the beginning where I just still do the first and second tier. And listen, I'm talking about like the first line and second line and the third line of stuff. And I'm calling them tiers. When it comes to like the armor and stuff, like the food's just all over the place. Food is just all over the place because there's different food. Like there is fruit, and then there's food. There's like food, and then there's sweets, which the fruit is considered both a food and a sweet. It's very complicated how they do the food. Also, I hit my mic. Excuse me. I had like a little crumb or something on my chin. I had to take care of it. But I took a little break, did a few stretches. All sorts of stuff. But we're gonna go back to it. Oh yes, Caillou. Did he already pop up? I don't think I don't think I talked about him if he did. I think it's when we start doing the deliveries. But Caillou's gonna pop up from forever now. He will not shop because he requests items from the adventurers stuff. The adventuring stuff. I know one of them is a lizard tail and then a few other things. But because we can't fulfill that delivery, because we can't go into dungeons, he's just going to come in here all the time. And then it's going to pop up and he's just going to be like, hey, where's my items? Oh, you don't got them? Well, I'm just going to take a spot in your store and annoy you half to death. Alright? So you don't have to worry about him too much in this playthrough. He's just going to be an annoying little butt. And you're probably going to have me watch me skip the cutscene a lot. Just like how you're going to see me constantly forget about fixing this little girl's like 113 or 100 and like yeah 113 and like the 51% when I'm buying stuff from her. So yeah, that's normal. That's normal. Anyway, the fairies here. The fairies here, that little purple one. You notice there's two fairies, one's purple. That's the cheapskate. That's the cheapskate. There is another one that could pop up who isn't a cheapskate. It's more that they always buy stuff. I don't even like summon her. I actively avoid her. I avoid her until the very end of the game when the challenge is over. So you will not see her during this playthrough. I do show her off at the end. I let you see who she is. But I don't show her during this playthrough at all. You never have to see her, because all she is a combo breaker. She's annoying, she's a combo breaker, she's kind of pointless in these kind of runs. I'm going to be honest. Like, you can for, like, an extra challenge, but, like, I think it is week 4. Everything goes to heck, and I was terrified to even, like, mess with her. So, I just decided not to even worry about her. But, we'll get back to that, like, when the time comes. Because there is a certain point where everything just goes to shit. So I'm gonna worry about it then. I don't know why I made a second save. I think at one point I was planning on having, like, in case the game messes up, I was going to keep the top one as a as like right after we had completed the dungeon. That way I didn't have to redo it. But then I saved anyway, so it doesn't really matter. It doesn't really matter whether I have 2 saves or not. I would still have to redo the entire thing. But you can clear your save data from the options, which I did, like, several times during my testing and stuff. And then, like, after I failed the first time, I cleared it all and then just did the tutorials again. So, like it's not even a big deal. I was thinking at the time that I wanted to try to limit the amount of times I go to the dungeon. It doesn't really matter though. It doesn't really matter. But ooh, more candy. So any day now, any day, any time, any moment, we'll be getting a warning. We'll start seeing bulletins. I won't always look at all the bulletins. Like it's usually 3. There's 3 announcements made in a single like announcement, and it can happen any quarter. It can happen in the morning, the daytime, the evening, or the night. And sometimes you'll have them happen several times in a day. but they usually tell you 3 different things. The last one's usually pointless. It's just like lore building, which there is another game, by the way, by the people who made this. So I think playism is the people who sell the games, but they're not the people. Like if you look this game up online, playism is the people that like distribute this game and sell it in the West and like other countries. But I don't think they're the ones that actually created this game. I'm kind of confused about that because they have a whole bunch of games, but I don't think they created every single one of them. I'm a little confused about it. But Recettear has a different game called Chantilly's. It's more of like an action adventure game where you go around and you beat monsters up and stuff like that, which I've got, but I've never fully played. But it has like the same art style. It has like similar monsters. It has similar. The comedy is the same. The speech is similar. So, like I know they're from the same people, but I don't think they're by playism. I should have researched into that. I should have. I don't really think of doing research. Like, I pick a game, and then I play it. I should have done more research before doing this recording, honestly. But that's okay. That's okay. Either way, but some of the lore is based off of Recettear's world. Recettear. Listen, my mom calls it... My mom calls it Recettear, okay? If you're making fun of me and calling it Recettear, you're making fun of my mom. Quit making fun of my mom. But Recettear, some of it's based off of Recettear's lore, and some of it's based off Chantilly's lore. So, because they're both kind of in the same universe. So, I don't know which game came first. I don't know. I know this game is getting a remake. I had to wipe my lip again. Like, I don't know why, but I'm drooling. Like, I had some like chips. Because I was just like, I'm gonna have like a little bit of a drink. I'm gonna have like a little potato chip because I love chips. And I bought like a brand new pack yesterday, and I never actually ate any of them. So I just wanted a couple of chips. But now my mouth is filled with drool. And I don't know why. I don't know why. It's fine. It's fine. I had to turn the air conditioner on too because this room is getting like super hot. But we have like 3 computers in here and they're on non-stop. There used to be a 4th one, but it like completely crapped itself out. Anyway, there's the news. That's what I was talking about. Price of candy has increased. The price of candy is always the first one. It is the first announcement ever. And it's the only time you're only going to see one. This is the only time you're ever going to see a single announcement for a single item. But you notice how it's pink now? You can now sell it for more money. So I'm going to take advantage of that. I'm going to take advantage of the extra money I'm going to get out of it. And I'm going to sell everything I can. Also, I'm showing off the atmosphere here. This is kind of pointless in this game because I'm going to try and keep it more towards the middle. But basically, depending on how far you are in the plane or the gaudy or the light and the dark, the more likely certain people are going to show up. If you have adventurers, a bunch of different adventurers, that's probably going to matter more because like these, like the standard people care more about like plain. They're more plain people, and I'm trying to keep it towards plain. But if you keep it kind of in the middle, everybody comes no matter what. But like, I know there's a demon later on, so you probably want to encourage him to come by using dark. Gaudy would probably get the rich people, like that little blonde brat. Light, I don't know who's Light actually. I can't. Maybe the monk. There's a monk character. Maybe he's Light. But and the plain is just kind of like poor people like Louis. So like. You can't have like light plain, you can have dark plain, you can have gaudy dark, you can have light gaudy. So like you can have 2 different connections, but I'm just trying to keep as close as possible to the end. I don't know how long I keep this up. but I like eventually I do get decorations, but it won't be until the very end. I do decorate. Can you believe it? I decorate. But I don't do it much. So, here's how the pink stuff works. Whenever your thing is colored in pink, whenever anything is colored in pink, I don't know why I did this again. Why am I showing this again? I don't remember. Either way, I'm just going to talk about the pink. Whenever something is pink and you're selling it, you could sell it for a higher price. You can sell it up for 250 at most for most people. Sometimes you can sell it up to 275. It's kind of a gamble because sometimes they'll get mad. But for the little lady, See, I'm going to sell it for $2.75 right now. See, it's fine. But sometimes they will complain and they will want a lower price. But you can try to get that high price if you want to. The little lady, the little girly girl with the pigtails, she will only buy it for $233 at max. She will complain if you go for $250. But for like most people, you could go up to $275. Won't be a guarantee, but you can do it. See, I do $250 there. So like if you're worried about breaking your combo, go just to $250. They can still complain sometimes, but it's less likely. Anyway, Blondie. Blondie's an idiot, and you can sell stuff to her for hire. Because she's from a rich family who knows business. Everybody in her family knows business except her. So you can't completely skinflint her. You can't get everything off of her. You can't just charge her $999.9999999 on everything, right? But you can get her. You could probably get her for like 300%. You probably could. The fairy is the cheapskate because she will go to like 105% at most. But most of the time she's 103. That's her minimum. That's her minimum. She scares me. I will not be worried about her pin bonus because she is a skinflint. But anyway, along with the pink prices, like you being able to sell them for a higher price, along with being able to sell them for a higher price, you can also, if somebody tries to offer you to sell you an item for a higher price, see, I tested it out to see if I could sell for like a little bit higher here. You can't go to 300 for most people, but you can for like the Blondie. Sometimes. I have to investigate a little bit more, but Blondie's a bit of a ditz. But if somebody tries to sell you an item and it's in pink, your minimum has to be about 100. Like you have to meet the store standard for expensive items. Anyway, I am going to only do. Oh, do I sell all the candy? One of the things, and I don't know. I'm kind of confused about how windows work when it's a pink price. Because I don't know if that really influences the price or not. I'm not sure. I keep forgetting about her 1% price. I will continue to do this. But I'm not really sure how much the sparklies affect, like, pink prices. So I think I just end up... I think that might have been why I tried 300% with Louie. I think it might have been a sparkly and pink. And I just wanted to see if it'd go higher. And hey, look at me being smart. He wanted food, I gave him food. It was just the food that was more expensive. He didn't like my price, but I could go to 500. Now could I charge cheaper? Probably. Could I charge higher? I mean, could I do like 260 maybe? But I can't guarantee that second sale if I do that. And I'm more about guaranteeing a sale when it comes to these high prices, these double prices, than I am about like, yeah, see, here's the sparkly, it doesn't work. So only certain people will go up to 300%. See, I didn't guarantee that second sale, so he bailed. Not only did I break the combo, I lost the sale. I don't know if that causes you to lose XP. I don't know if you can lose XP in this game. I think you can only gain it. It just means that I didn't gain any XP from him that time. It doesn't mean I actually lost any. It just means I didn't gain any. But that's okay. So I think at that point, I just start doing 275 and 250 for most of these sales. I think at a certain point, I just focus on 250 for the most part. But we're all about trying to earn as much money as possible, and I've already got nearly 20k. So at this point, I just pull up most of the candy towards the front. And then I'm just waiting for something else to happen. And I'm also just restocking because I noticed that there's some items that need restocked. And I'm going to buy 10 of them. I'm buying 10 of everything now. Because I just want to make sure And this is the minimum I'm going to buy for everything except the walnut bread. I think the walnut bread I actually buy more than 20 at a certain point, because walnut bread is so useful for like just about everything. No? Okay. But the reason why I wanted walnut bread more is because you can use it a lot, and a lot of people request food, and it's a good stock item. So if you run out of space for whatever reason, have some of that. Have some of that, get some of that 105% bonus. It's very useful. But, I'm kind of buying from different sections because I want to make sure that I'm not restricted to a single solitary item. And this will be very important later. It's very important that you have a mix of stuff. Very, very important. Listen, I literally just am like, yeah, I'm just going to focus on the candy for now. I think at this point I was just like, I don't know what I want to do, and I don't want to like reorganize, so I'm just going to see how much candy I can sell today, and then like tomorrow we'll do some proper restocking. I think that was what my idea was. I think that was my idea, because nighttime tends to have the least amount of people, especially if you're not adventuring. When you're adventuring, there are certain people that pop out more during the nighttime, but only then. Because again, there's a demon. There's a demon that you can befriend. But most of those are just adventurers. I know there's another person, I think, that's more like night oriented that will pop up during the night. At least the evenings. Cause she's also at the pub a lot too. So for now, it's mostly just like I'm not going to meet any more new people unless they come to my shop automatically. I think there's only one other new person that we're going to meet during this run through, besides the girl that I'm avoiding, which I'm going to show off at the very end of the game. So. At this point, I'm just kind of waiting to see what the next event is, and the reason why I bought so many different items is because I don't know what's going to happen. Because a item could jump in value really big. It could be that suddenly people are very interested in a specific item. It could be that an item drops in price. It could be that several items drops in price. It could be that the market has crashed for a single item, and not only can you not sell them, you can't buy them. Hey look, the price of longswords has decreased, and this is where it starts. Sweet heaven, the market around candies has completely collapsed. Isn't that just great? The legendary ban on walnut bread fishing will be lifted soon. Okay? See that last bit was a bit, like, pointless. But, I mean, I guess people are just throwing the entire thing of bread. But yeah, we can't sell the candy anymore because it's basically worthless. It's gone completely in the blue. And that's why I was so focused on selling the candy at the beginning, is because I knew how fast the market can change. But when it's in the blue, you cannot make a profit any higher than 50%. So if you buy something at 100% of the price, you're only going to make 50% of it back. But this also means if somebody sells you a sword when it's blue, or any item and it's blue, you can buy it for 25%. That you can buy it at 25%. You don't have to buy for 50%, which means you can make some pretty good snags during some bad situations. And it does get bad. It can get really bad sometime. But you kind of want to avoid putting anything really cheap on the thing. And it's really good to have a bunch of diverse items when the market gets really bad. Anyway, Caillou's back. Anytime you open up the store and you see Reset pop up before somebody else pops up on the corner. So like if Reset's the first image that pops up and not the other character, that means Caillou's here. Just every single time, it's always Caillou. That's why I skip it. It's just like, oh, it's Caillou again. Okay, bye, Caillou. Just like, listen, I played this game enough. I did this run through several times with several failures. I know when Caillou shows up now. I know what it looks like. Anyway, Caillou is an adventurer, and he's a wizard. He's a magic user. He's not very strong, but he is a magic user. But we're not gonna really worry about that because, you know, there is no magic in this game. Hey, a level up. Was that his first level up? I don't know. But like we've gotten several. I think at least one person has leveled up twice. And listen, it's day 11. It's day 11 and we've already leveled up twice. Like see, even the little girl's leveling up. I don't understand. I have not sold that much walnut bread. I have not sold that much for 105%. So I don't understand the obsession with like character levels. I feel like keeping your inventory in stock and trying to snag a sale in general is important. Anyway, lots of sunshine in the forecast. Beware of sunstroke. People with tabs should pay them back immediately. The pub owner. Oh, okay. I guess there are some days where they don't really give you anything important. And anyway, I had to. If you heard a little beep, it's because I turned the air conditioning off. Like, So I'm going to be changing things up probably in a little bit when it comes to streams and playing things a bit more casually and not like as many platformers and stuff. Like, I knew it was going to happen, but it's been very cold and I kind of struggle with pain in the winter time. So, like, I don't know if it'll really affect the controller, but I've been trying to play some games with the keyboard and it's been really killing my hands. Like, my hand has been trying to lock up and, like, cramp like crazy. I had to play a few games with, like, gloves on this morning. And they were still freezing and, like, trying to cramp up. And, like, I had to keep rubbing them. And I don't know if you can hear me, like, rub my hands right now. But my hands were getting so bad this morning. And I'm probably going to be playing a lot of games with gloves on this winter. Because, like, my hands just get so... I have so much pain during the winter time, and it's just getting a little bit worse each year. But I also have like a issue with my shoulder, and I've already known this for a while. I have like injuries with my shoulder and like my right arm. So like sometimes if I pull it or do too much strenuous activity, I literally just cannot use my right arm at all for like 2 or 3 weeks or more because it just causes me so much pain. So thankfully, it's not my arm that's hurting, it's just my hands that's causing me most of these issues. So I'm probably going to be playing more like farm simi or like RPG or stuff that doesn't really require me to be like too like accurate with the buttons, you know? I don't have to be as accurate with like button presses or anything like that. Listen, I get RPGs aren't really casual. Farm sims can be. Farm sims can be casual. But like RPGs are kind of like if you're willing to spend like 100 hours to grind for a single boss, you're not really being a casual about it. Like if you're willing to spend 100 years in game to marry like every character in Stardew Valley, you're not really casual. But like I don't know. I don't know what you would label them as. Like I like the label casual for myself. I keep calling myself casual, like, cause I hate the word cozy. I hate the word cozy, personally, cause like I feel like it gets overused a lot, and it's literally just another word for casual, in my opinion, personally. Anyway, we got a cheap item. Woo! We got a cheap item. I don't know the meaning. I don't know the difference between cozy and casual. I don't understand it. Like, is it just supposed to be a softer version? Is it just, like, cuter because it's mostly for, like, girlish games? Is it because it's for games that are mostly, like, catering towards women? I don't understand the difference between cozy and casual. I genuinely don't know. I don't understand it. Either way, I probably will use the cozy... Like, I've been debating on using the cozy tag just to, like, get more views. Gonna be honest. Because I know a lot of people enjoy cozy content, and a lot of my games are considered cozy, but I don't really think of myself as a cozy gamer, because I swear, and I can get degenerate at times, and I can have manic episodes, and I'm not really cozy, so I prefer casual. I prefer casual as my, like, moniker. And, like sometimes I don't even consider myself a casual gamer because I do, like, challenges every so often. But I think cozy is probably a better moniker for me than anything. Because, like, achievements are things that I do, like, in my pastime for games that I enjoy. Like, I don't want to spend, like, 1,000,000 hours on a game if I'm not enjoying it online in front of, like, an audience. But either way, it's just, like, I don't get it. I don't understand a lot of things about, like how we label games and stuff. I don't understand the friend slop word either. Like, I heard that recently and I'm just like, am I getting old? I think I am getting old because I'm just like, friend slop. Like is this just supposed what do you mean friend slop? Isn't that just co-op in general? Is Call of Duty is that friend slop too? What counts as friend slop? I've heard people say that Call of Duty is a friend slop game, and I'm just like, what do you mean that's a friend slop game? That's why I suggested Call of Duty. I've heard people say that Call of Duty is a friend slop, and I was like, what do you mean that's a friend slop? I don't understand. Anyway, like I don't understand half of these words. I don't understand the young. I'm old. Like, I get more and more gray hair day in, day out. Listen, it's part of the reason why I even, like, part of the reason I even created a character with gray hair is because I knew how old I was. And I was just going to get older. I was just going to get older. By the time I actually get an audience or anything, I'm just going to be, like, covered in grays. Like, listen, it's kind of weird, I know. But for various reasons, I'm actually looking forward to having gray hair. Part of it's because my hair is naturally really dark, and it's very hard to dye, and I'm allergic to bleach. So they have to use, like, the last time I did it, they used a hydrogen peroxide solution to try and dye my hair. It took 2 hours to get, like, any sort of color. I wanted to do, like, a pink or a purple or some other color, but after 2 hours, I was just like, you know what, I'm sticking to this ugly, like, orange blonde that came out. Like, I'm not even worried about the dye anymore. Like, I've sat here enough. I've sat here and waited, and it was, like, a really, really rusty-looking blonde. And I was just like, this is enough. I've sat here long enough. I don't need any more color. This is enough for me. But, like, I kind of look forward to having gray hair because I can finally dye it. Like, I could always buy a wig, but, like, wigs are expensive. And you can't really do that much to them. Like, I can't just get, like, 1,000,000 different haircuts when I'm dyeing and when I have a wig. You kind of have to stick with the same haircut no matter what. But look at all the swords and knives that we could buy. You'll notice that I'm probably going to buy some stuff when they are cheap. And that's because when they are cheap, you could sell them for more when they finally get out of the bad zone. I don't buy a lot. And that's key here. Like, as long as they are still on sale, like every single time that I come here, if they're still on sale, I will buy more. But I will not continually, like, buy, like, a whole stockpile in one day. Because I know how the market works in this game, and I don't want to just have nothing but, like, the cheap stuff. And nothing else to spend my money on. So that's why. It's always good to have. There's also a chance that, like, for example, oh, the swords have been in a low, let's say the swords are the ones that are decreased in price. You finally get the swords to go back to normal price, right? The price of metals has decreased. Swords are made of metal. So like you could go from one sale and then everything goes back up, only for them to be hit by another sale, like, dropping. So, like, it's so annoying. But at the same time, you can have a thing like where sweets have increased, and then the sweet price goes back down to normal, and then food has increased, so the sweets are right back up with the rest of the food. So, like, there's so many different ways this can go, and it's very annoying and very random and chaotic, and like, I've had runs ruined because of like just a really bad set of like drops. But I've also had them go really, really well because of a whole bunch of good pink sales going on at the same time. I feel like this game also is sorta aware of the things that you're doing because again, there was not really again, but if you notice that they already took care of the walnut bread. So I think they do monitor you, and that was my chair that popped, by the way. It's okay. It does that every so often. If I back up, and if I'm leaning back, and then I lift up, it pops sometimes. Don't worry, it's fine. I've got a different chair. This is an older chair that I know works. But I think it's aware of which items that you're buying the most of, and it goes based off the items that you buy the most of. So like I had 20 of the walnut bread, so it's like, oh, you have a big stock of that. It might be checking your inventory. It might be counting the amount of items that you have in your inventory, or like the most valuable items in your inventory, and going based off of that. That will be important later. That'll be important later. But yeah, I actually, you know what? Maybe I didn't talk about it because I know I talked about stuff during the stream where my mics were off. The streams where my mic were off, but I don't know if it was before or after the streams, those streams. But I had a chair. I had a chair. Listen. The week before Berea was a pain because the week that I did this recording and the Titan Souls and Klonoa, I went to Berea. I went to Berea with my partners for a thing, so it was fun. I'll be happy to talk about it later. But before that, my chair broke twice. So I got one of those spinny chairs. Listen, I don't know if this shocks you. This might shock you. I'm a heavier person. I know, shocking, right? Shocking. Look, like the person with the big belly, PNG model is a heavy set person. Shocking. I know. I'm like, oh my god. But anyway, I'm a heavier set person, so like I've always been afraid of spinny chairs. Or wheelie chairs specifically, right? Because I've never had good experiences with them. Listen, I've always been heavier, right? I've always been heavier. I've always struggled with weight, and like I'm doing a little bit better with like controlling my weight, but I'm still struggling to lose it, if that makes sense. But either way, one of the things that I did was I was looking for a new chair because the one that we had at my computer for a long time was just a recliner. Because there wasn't really anything else until I moved here. And then I was like, I'm gonna get a proper chair for myself. And one of my partners, Core, recommended me getting a spinny chair. And she was like, well, they make the chairs better now. They were like, they make the chairs better now. It's a lot different. Get a big and tall chair. That's what we've gotten before, and they worked fine. And so I was like, all right. It has been nearly like 10 years since I've last used a spinny chair. I will give it a shot. I'll buy a fair-sized, decent one with a lot of good reviews on Amazon. And I'll get me a little wheelie chair, a wheelie desk chair, and I will see how it works. The wheels popped off after a week. Three of the wheels popped off after a week. Just after a week. We figured out that like they didn't properly hook up at the bottom. They didn't properly hook up. Like they fit in, but there was no proper locking mechanism inside the chair to keep them staying in there. So my partner, not Core, the other one, boyfriend. I'm calling him boyfriend. He had an older chair, and that chair had the wheels that locked properly. So he just replaced the bottom of that chair with this one. So I had like actual wheels that locked properly and wouldn't like pop out of place randomly, right? And I thought that was the end of it. I thought that was the end of it. No, because apparently it wasn't the only thing that didn't properly lock. The metal rod that holds your chair up also didn't lock. What? Nothing in this chair had a proper locking mechanism. There was no like screw to like help tighten it up or keep it loose or like anything to keep wheels or metal rods or anything in place. And I didn't know about it until like nearly a week later. I hate this chair so much. I noticed one day it just started wobbling, but I was able to fix it up until I scooted out of it, and then all of a sudden the chair just collapsed right under me, and I fell on my ass. And I'm still sore from that fall. I had to. I couldn't sit in the computer room for like nearly a week because of how much pain I was in. Like it hurt so bad. like I landed right where the metal rod is supposed to be at. Like there's like a little like plastic thing that sits at the bottom of the chair, like at the base of the chair. I landed right on that while still sitting in the chair, and it just hit me right in the back of my, like right at the bottom of my spine, and it killed me for like a week. It hurt so bad. Anyway, I don't touch that chair anymore. Boyfriend is using that chair now. He's not really using it, but he's got it on his side because he's saving up to get a new computer. But he's got it on his side of the room now. But apparently, if you move the chair in a certain way or like lift it up, it won't. The rod will move, and it will get very wobbly, and you can potentially fall. And it near like boyfriend nearly fell out of the chair trying to fix it. So like I don't trust it. I don't know why he's trusting it, but like, oh, it was fun. It was fun. It was fun. Listen, I've had a lot of weird things going on lately in life. Like a lot of weird, chaotic things. Like I'm sure there's other things I can remember who, if I wish, like I know I rambled a lot in the first stream when I came back, but before I went to Berea, I know there was like a couple of other things, but like I know there's been some weird things happening too, like in real life that I can't really talk about because they were in a group session. Like I go, listen, I'm bipolar. I go to group meetings and stuff like that. So like HIPAA group sort of thing. Can't talk about things in HIPAA. I can talk about my experiences, but I can't talk about like anything else that happens between me and them. But like I do regularly do that, and some of the stuff that happens in there is kind of weird. But like normally it's good. Normally it's good, but sometimes it can get a little stressful, and sometimes it just gets strange. And like, but yeah, it's been a week. It's been a week. It's been a week of weird and strange things going around. Anyway, I may have accidentally clicked the button. I may have clicked the button and reset the entire video. Anyway, I've got it back. I got it back. We're fine. Anyway, what was I going on? I was talking about the thing, but the HIPAA group. Yes, I can't talk much about it. It's just a thing that happens, and it's usually the same week that I go to my mom's. So yeah, I'm doing two things then, but I can't talk about it. Like I really need to like see what I can talk about, because I'm kind of afraid to say too much about it. Like I know I can say some stuff, but I don't want to get too detailed. And like if I do talk about it, it'd probably be through a YouTube video rather than on stream. because I get manic. I get excited, I say things I shouldn't say. So I gotta be very careful about that. Either way, I do enjoy it there for the most part, but you do meet some people with interesting personalities. Very interesting stories too, but like sometimes you do go in there and get a little confused. You get to experience a lot of feelings in that sort of environment. I think it's the same. You know what? I'll talk about it in the same way that I'm assuming it's similar for like people who go to like groups for like survivors or people who are in like drug groups. Probably similar sorts of atmospheres there, I'm assuming. Although like I think the programs are treated very differently, but you meet a lot of people there, and a lot of people you're probably going to be tolerable with. Yeah, this is probably the best way. You're going to meet a lot of people that you like, a lot of people that you're okay with, and there's going to be like one or two, or maybe a little bit more, people that just kind of like, ugh. Just like, just like, oh. Just like, ooh. Oh, there's that vase. There's going to be some people that make you as uncomfortable as I am with that damn vase. Anyway. This is not necessarily a bad thing. Like, being around people that make you uncomfortable is not a bad thing. And I kind of wish I knew that earlier. But now that I'm here and I'm around people that are uncomfortable, I'm kind of seeing like the value of it. So, honestly, I should do a video talking about my experiences, but like I'm gonna have to like actually talk about it. Like I don't want them knowing I'm on here. I don't want them knowing. I think there's only one person that knows, outside of Core, outside of my family, and like a couple of people I know that aren't part of HIPAA, that know about the streams and stuff like that. But like I don't want anybody knowing from HIPAA group that I'm doing this. Not that I don't like them or anything, but like I don't want that kind of pressure, man. I feel more comfortable talking and doing this stuff around strangers than like people that I know. Like I feel like there's like a uncomfortable like pressure if somebody that I know comes into these streams or watches my video and they're just like, hey bud, how are you doing? How are you doing? Especially because a lot of the people I know are like older. like I live in a rural environment, and it's not just HIPAA. It's not just HIPAA group. Like it's just overall, most of the people I know are very, very old. Most of the people I have known my entire life are in their 50s and their 60s and their 70s now. They don't know what Twitch is. The majority of people don't know what Twitch is. A lot of them know what YouTube is. They can find me on YouTube, and that probably scares me more. That probably scares me more than the Twitch thing. Them finding out about the Twitch thing, I don't care. I don't care about that. Them finding me on YouTube, that scares me. I don't even want I told my mom that I was doing the stream and YouTube thing again after so long, and I was just like, please don't watch it. I was just like, please don't watch it. like I was just like flat out, hey, I'm going to say things that you're probably not going to be uncomfortable with. You're probably not going to like. This is not really your thing. Please don't watch it. Cause she used to watch it. She used to. Well, not really watch it, but like when I used to do YouTube and stuff, it was at her house, and she'd often like tell me about all the stuff that she liked and disliked, and I was just like, I don't want to deal with that again. I don't want to deal with that again. I don't want to deal with that again. Like, no offense. Hi mom, if you're seeing this, hi, I love you. I don't want to deal with that again. I love you. I love you. I don't want that pressure again. I know you didn't mean it. I don't want the pressure. I don't want the pressure. Anyway. I don't want people around me just being like, "Hey, I watched your video. So what's the deal with you and dragons?" Anyway. Okay, yeah, I might be a little bit I might be a little bit hyper right now. Okay, that's good though. That's good. Having a little bit of excitement and like hyper energy is good. Like see, this is why I kind of wanted to come back to streaming. Listen, I loved YouTube. I did, except for the editing bit, because I love like the energy and I love the like stuff that I would get off of it. I love creating. stuff. I wasn't good at it. I'm still horrible at it. I'm still horrible at it. Let's be honest. Like, I still don't know half of what I'm doing. I'm doing a little bit better day by day, and like a lot of times I still feel like I don't know what the hell I'm doing. I know a little bit more each time and every day, but like I don't know. I don't know if I'll ever feel like 100% smart about anything, because it seems like every time I like learn something new, it's just like, oh my god, I could have done that? I could have done that this whole time? Oh my god. I feel like that's with every new skill. I feel like it's the same with every new skill. But like I feel very dumb when it comes to technology. Like in one way, I feel very dumb. But at the same time, I look at my mom and a lot of the people around me who are older, and I'm just like, you know what? Maybe I'm not that bad. Like, there's a lot of people who are older than me that do know how to work technology and are a lot better than me. But there's also a lot of people who are just like, how do you turn the computer on? What's this button do? Bless my mom's heart. Anyway. I'm sorry. Oh no. Oh no. I'm using this to both apologize to my mom and kind of pick at her too. Oh gee. Listen, it's the mania, I swear. Anyway, we have one more day left. I think it's the 15th. Wow, I literally, it's an hour for each one of these weeks, ain't it? It's almost an hour for each week. Okay. Well, that's all right. We got nearly 50K. Like, we're doing fine. We're doing fine. But we're gonna finish. Ooh, we got the fleece. We got the fleece. So I abused the fleece for a little bit. I'm going to abuse the I'm gonna blue. Blah, 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 blah. Listen. Okay. No. Okay. I am a little bit manic. I'm getting stimmy. Listen. There are several reasons I get stimmy, and one of them's getting manic and like stuttering. But I abuse the. Oh. I don't do it this week. I know I don't. But next week, oh my gosh, we're going to talk about the vendors. Oh my gosh, we're going to talk about the vendors. We're going to talk about those vending machines, baby. Oh, I knew it was about time. I thought it was the second week, but no. We'll come back to the vendors, honey. But the fleece gets abused a lot because they're pretty expensive. Later on, we'll get those like boots that they talked about, the Eskimo boots, and higher. But fleece is really expensive, and you can sell. You don't get a lot at the beginning, but it's part of the reason why they're very useful is it's one of those items that's very difficult to like have a drop and sell. Not impossible, but very hard. It's very hard to sell that. Anyway, I think I'm testing out to see if I can. Yeah, look at it. It's $12,000. $12,000 for a single fleece muffler. Like have you noticed that thankful statue that's like $4,000 or whatever is still in my pockets? It's been nearly a week and it's still in my pockets. It's going to be there for a while. It's going to be there for a very long time, but we're going to see if we can sell that fleece. I think that's why I only bought one, is because I want to make sure that at least one sells before we continue to buy more, because once we start buying more, oh baby, oh honey, ow, I hit the desk, I got excited. Anyway, the idiot's back, but that's all she is. Listen, I hope I wasn't talking about anything else before this. I think I was mostly just joking about my mom's poor like technology skills. Like one of the first things I do when I go over there is just check to see if her computer's fully updated and if she has like any technical errors or like anything like that. Because usually the first day that I leave to come back to like Cora's house and stuff like that, she's like, "Hey, my computer had a problem." It's usually an update related thing, and it's not even a problem. It's just that it did something different. Every time something happens and it's something different, it's just like my mom's like, "It did something different. I think something broke," and it's just like, "No, it didn't." It happens every time. Anyway, my mom's just very, very cautious about computers because like she never grew up with them. obviously. And like I know a little bit more than her. Not the best, but I do know a lot. Anyway, it's fun. I'm trying to think. Once we, if we can sell that, thing, I'm going to start going, I think, to the tier 3. Have I started? I think I bought like a few tier 3 items already, but I'm going to be buying more of them. Like I've been kind of waiting because like after a certain point, it's a lot harder to like sell the higher expensive stuff. Like they're selling it to me, no problem. They have no problem selling this stuff to me. I think whatever they're willing to sell to you is, for the most part, what they're willing to buy, except for like the treasures. Like I don't think anybody's willing to spend $20,000 on a treasure that they're selling to me. But like most things are at the right level, right? The treasures are like a bit of an anomaly. So if something's like 3K, then they're probably willing to buy something at 3K. So I don't know what I'm doing here. I think my brain just short-circuited. It's fine. It's fine. We're just gonna... No, we're not gonna buy that. You're actually crazy. See, I will probably buy like a treasure or two later down the line, but like these $20,000, no. I think I do eventually buy one, and we'll talk about that. Maybe if I'm even paying attention when it happens, because the only problem with like challenges like this is that it's a lot of just the same stuff. So I'm just kind of rambling at this point. One of the good things about YouTube is that you can just kind of record the footage and then just talk over it. Like I do feel one of the downsides about stream is that sometimes it's hard for me to like focus in and like properly talk. I'm ignoring the pink like lower level stuff right now because like the I just needed to stop for a minute. I'm ignoring like the pink stuff for right now because they are low level, and sure I could get some money from them, but I'm getting more money from the bigger items, and I feel like selling that $12,000 wool thing is going to be a lot more important than selling a single little small item for like $300 for like double. Like $600 is not going to be as much as selling like a $12,000 thing. Anyway, I do feel like when I'm streaming right now, and I'm sure it's going to get better as I get older. I sometimes I feel like I am a lot more jumbled compared to YouTube. Like right now, there's no pressure. I still get a little jumbled because I get very hyper and stimmy and like manic. Maybe it's ADHD. I don't know. I would love a diagnosis, but you know, it's what it is. But I do, sometimes I'll be playing and I do feel like my brain is just scrambling and like there's like 200 different things popping into my head at once. Whereas when I'm doing it like here, my hands are like free to just kind of move around, and I feel like I have a lot more freedom to just think, if that makes sense. I also have a lot more freedom to like shut up, think about what I said, and like pause the video and edit, cause that has happened. like sometimes I'll say something on stream and I'm like, oh, maybe I should have said that, and most of it ain't bad, but like I don't think it's been bad yet, but like I do worry like for certain topics. Ooh, we got the 12,000. Somebody's buying it, so I'm going to buy more of those. There are certain topics that I don't mind leaning into slightly, but I'm afraid if I go too deep into them, or if I say too much, people are going to kind of expect those topics from me more often, especially stuff related to current events and events that have recently happened that I don't want to talk about. but sometimes my brain is just like, oh, this is a current event. I can talk about it. I should talk about it. And then after I say the thing, I'm like, wait a minute. I shouldn't have talked about it. I should shut up. So I'm just always kind of worried about that. And I definitely had to cut like part of the stream because I caught myself talking about it and I wish I didn't. But, you know. Like, I'm not saying anything about any specific person or anything. Just like, or group. It's just, I really don't want to, like, become one of those sorts of YouTubers or streamers or anything. Like, I don't want to be Ethan Klein or Hassan Abi. Is it Hassan Abi? I don't know. Hassan? I don't know. Listen, I only know Ethan Klein because of the whole CPS thing. That's like the only name. And I know Hassan by like the first, like the Hassan thing, but I think he's got like a second part to his name. Like, those are the only two I know, like on both, on like one side versus the other or something like that. I don't even know. They might be both on the same side. I don't know. Listen, this is how much I know about the politics on YouTube. That's as far as I know. Like, I try to avoid those topics whenever possible. Like, I don't know, man. Like I hear enough about it in real life. I don't want to bring it on like stream and shit. Anyway, I'm done. I'm gonna stop right there. Because I've said enough. I've said my piece. I've gotten it out. But I do kind of like the whole idea of mental health advocacy and like talking about like disability and like other things. And like I feel like you can't fully avoid those kinds of topics, but I don't want to like make it into a thing. Does that make sense? Like I feel like you can't fully talk about mental health without you can't talk about mental health without avoiding the elephants in the room. You know what I mean? Literally every aspect of life is going to be impacted by every other aspect of life. So like I don't know. Like I don't know how to deal with that right now. like typically in our groups it's just like try to avoid it as much as possible. I don't know if that really works. Anyway, the walnut breads are like on a discount right now. So again, I think it again is because we have so many in our pockets. It is the last day. We're going to make some sales. We're going to make some profit. We're going to finish the day. Listen, I can already hear my brain being like, I want to add more to what I'm saying. And it's just like, I know I don't need to do that. Like I feel like this is a thing. You know what? I'm probably not the only streamer that does this. I'm not talking specifically about the subject itself. I'm talking about what my brain is feeling right now. My brain is just like, I have things to say. I want to say them. I should say them. And it's like, I know it's not going to matter. I know at the end of the day, the things that I say don't really matter. It's not going to change anything, but my brain is just like, I am here, I am able to say the thing, I should say it, and my brain's like, and the rest of me is just like, it doesn't mean anything. It doesn't mean anything. It doesn't matter what I say at the end of the day, people are going to think whatever they want and everything. Like, don't make it worse on myself. Or better, I guess, question mark, I don't know. I think it really depends on your perspective. Anyway, it's hard. It's hard. It's hard coming up and figuring out what to say in regards to this stuff. I feel like... Listen, I wanted to be a therapist at one point. I wanted to be a psychologist. Like, I don't think I could have done that. Like, I definitely couldn't do it in this kind of, like, atmosphere. I feel like I don't think I could. Anyway, I'm trying to switch the weapons around. We got a few that are pink, and I want to try and sell them, but you'll notice that I'm trying to put items that are $1,000 now. Items that are $1,000 are now going in the back. And that's because we're making enough money that it's not worth it now. And I am trying to like kind of mix and match a little bit, just a little bit, and focusing more on the big expensive things. Because right now the pink things are useful, but I'm making more money off the bigger name items. So, and I'm just trying to get like a little bit of diversity. I feel like I would have like got more people in if I had a piece of food out at the front, but I'm not sure. It's not going to be a big deal, so as long as I get 30k today. I did get kind of anxious because I think this was one of those days where I got like too excited. Again, my brain sometimes gets a little overexcited and doesn't think properly. It kind of like shoots ahead, and I don't think before I act, or and then I make a bunch of mistakes. I think you can only go to like 200 with this one. I don't think you can go any higher than 200 with the fairy. But when it comes to the pink stuff. But, hey, look, she got a pink. I'm not even trying with her, but she got pink. But I did get a little bit nervous at the beginning of the day because I was like, "Oh, am I gonna have enough money? I don't think I'm gonna have enough money. I don't know." But that's okay. And then I forgot about the little girl again. It's fine. But after today, we'll take another break before we start the next week. It's no big deal. It's no big deal. I was thinking it. I saw that. I hesitated. I was debating on giving him the pink things. I don't blame myself. At all. But like I don't think I could have gotten as much. No, I could have still gotten like 250, I think. I don't think they would have gotten the 275 though. But still, I was thinking it. I think I do it eventually. I do commit the evil crime of like making them pay for something that's over $1,000. But like, cause I didn't have enough food. Yeah, I think I give them candy. Yeah. Or no, I gave them apples. See, oh my god, I'm so cruel. I made them pay like 3 times the price. I'm so cruel. Oh, but I gave her 105%. See, she's happy. Not only did I give her a healthy option, I gave it at a discount. See, they love me. They love me. I'm a good person. I do good things. I'm a very good person. I just wish my brain would agree with me. Anyway. I wish my mouth would agree with me. So we're going to do one more thing, and I'm just kind of emptying everything out because I want to see what options I have. So we do put up a couple of little fancy pants things, and I'm trying to get a assortment of items, I think. Why am I putting the big sword there? Well, it's still a mix of things. It's just got 2 weapons on there instead of 1. I don't know. But I think for a little bit I still use like these smaller items. I don't know why I'm not putting the pink things in the back, cuz like even if like why am I still depending on I guess I'm not really thinking at this time. I don't need to put the pink things at the front. Like, I did it at the beginning to make sure that they sold. Because, like, if you have it at the window, they're almost a guaranteed sell. But afterwards, it doesn't really matter because they're still selling for about the same price no matter what. So, it doesn't really matter whether they're at the window or not. But maybe it just takes me a little bit to really realize that, or I'm just worried I'm not going to have anything to sell. Like once the big name items are there. I'm not entirely sure. I'm not entirely sure. But it's fine. Ooh, the bracelets. Thank you for your money. I even give her a discount. Look at that. That's so nice. So, once today is done, we're going to start doing the vendors next. And originally, I, I'll be talking more about the vendors next, the next video. But originally, I wasn't planning on using the vendors much. And then a thing happens. And then a thing happens. I was originally planning on using the vendors to just collect items. That didn't happen. That didn't happen. I mean, I did collect some items. The items I was trying to collect were like the items for like the shop decorations, so like the counters, the flooring, the wallpaper, and the carpet. Because I wanted to try and collect a few to say that I decorated, and I did. I did decorate. We did get a few decorations. But then things happen. Things also happen. So we'll talk about it more then. We'll talk about it more then. I feel like that's the last big thing that we need to talk about. Like the last big challenge, the last big special bonus that we got. Except for expansions to the building, which we're going to be doing that next time too. You can get 2 expansions, and I think we've already unlocked the first expansion. I think the second one is at level 20. I could be wrong? Question mark? I could be wrong, but I know it's getting close. But we have to buy the first expansion first. I think the second one is around 30k or 50k. Might be 20. I don't know. Listen, I don't remember numbers. I don't remember. Listen, there's a reason I chose to like edit this game before Klonoa, and it's because I knew I'd forget the numbers bits. Again, I say again because I'm assuming my brain is thinking like everything that happened on stream is still like real and legit, but I'm horrible at math. I was a gifted student. I was on the honor roll. I was allowed to be part of the honor roll society. I'm horrible at math. I basically cheated in the math. Anyway, that's a different story for a different day, because we're done. We're done. Yeah. I kind of rambled here. I think I might take a little bit of a longer break this time before I start recording the next video, because I think I just kind of like fizzled out a little bit. Like the 2-hour mark seems to be my big mark. Anyway, this is the only other character, but we're gonna pause right here, just like they are. We're gonna pause right here, and I will see you in the next video. If you liked and enjoyed this video, feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. If you're on stream, feel free to follow me. My name on there is the same as on YouTube. And I'll see you in the next video. Until then, bye-bye. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.